call me about constantly and say Andy Milonakis is a lesbian. Anybody remember that? He called the show all the time, be like, Andy Milonakis is a lesbian. So he just he's tweeting. He was tweeting Andy Milonakis and me that Joe made me say it, but I did not make him say it.
What? He was saying that?
Yeah, he was like tweeting me and Keemstar and Andy Milonakis, and he's saying like, "Oh, this Joe Cronin's he's the one that wants me to tell everyone that Andy's a lesbian."
Why the fuck would somebody do that? Like, what is the what? Like, I just don't get it.
I didn't say that.
Joe attracts the weirdest fucking fans.
But you know what's weird is, so this guy kept calling and saying, I don't know why, that Andy Milonakis is a lesbian over and over. So eventually, like, I tweeted Andy Milonakis. This was months ago. So I tweeted him and I wrote, "Hey man, why are you a lesbian?" But like, it was because like that guy was doing that. So I was like, all right, I'll ask him finally, because people were like, because the guy kept saying, ask him why he's a lesbian. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? So finally I did. I tweeted him and said, why are you a lesbian? So then he takes that tweet that I tweeted and uses it against me, saying like, see, he does this. But I'm like, no, I did that because you kept telling me to ask him why he's a lesbian, so I did. And then Andy was like, why are you a loser, or whoever the Joe Cronin is or whatever. And like, I don't blame Andy, because I would be like, fuck him, you know what I mean? But
Andy does look like a dyke. I mean, come on.
Look him up, Bill. You'll love him.
Oh, I know who Andy Milonakis is.
You know, I had this fucking greasy burger at Burger King one day. Like, Andy Milonakis looks like a great... No,
you're right.
Isn't he that little fat bastard in that Waiting movie?
But no, seriously, like, in all honesty, like, Andy Milonakis is, like, fucking awesome. Like, he seems like the nicest guy.
The Man
right?
Show, man.
Does.
Like, am I wrong? Like, no, really, like, he seems like he's legit. Like, he honestly sounds like he just tells, like, this is how I feel, and I'm telling you the truth.
Well, yeah, dude. What's cool about him is he interacts with the people who are fans of his. Like,
yeah,
he's in the city, in New York City, not too long ago, and he tweeted out, "Hey, anybody in the city who's friends with me on Twitter want to come and hang out?" And like, literally, people were like, "Yeah, I'll come and fucking meet up with you." And he went to dinner with them. He fucking hung out with them.
Wow,
that's pretty cool, you know.
Yeah, dude.
Did you know on the set of Waiting, like they, you know, the guys, people like Andy Milonakis and all these guys were staying in like apartments and they were rooming up together, and nobody wanted to room with Andy because he would just sit in his underwear and play video games and shit.
Yeah. I seen him throw a fucking ashtray or something.
He'd be my best friend, man.
Video the other day and smashed his fucking beautiful big ass TV for no reason, like broke it.
Why? What?
I don't know. He just threw something at it.
Was he mad?
No, he wasn't even mad. He just did it for no reason.
Oh, okay.
And it was like, oh, I fucked up my brand new 80-inch. I'll just buy a new one tomorrow.
He's been hanging around with anything for views like way too long. No, I mean,
do we need to pull up your video? The what was it? Yuck. My privates are yuck.
Joke. You missed the fucking joke, you dick. Like the guy on the show with them his name is anything for views.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like he does fucking he's done some crazy shit. So my thing is like, oh, he's just trying to keep up with anything for views. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what's funny is those guys keep talking about hanging out together and stuff, and like meeting up and doing all these things. Kind of like, you know, I've always wanted to meet up with my friends, but then my friends become my enemies within a month, and then it doesn't happen. But you know, so I was like, man, imagine them in a hotel room. Like, I feel like it's like fucking.
They all met up. Did you know that?
Well, really?
Yeah. They all went to Milonakis' like apartment.
Well, I'm not like a like, so I don't just like sniff around. Like, oh, did they meet up? Like, oh, did they meet up yet, or when are they getting married?
Oh, they did. They put out a whole video.
No, I'm just kidding. I know. I did actually know that. I just wanted to
shit out on it.
Yeah.
It looked like they had a great time.
Wait till the sex tape comes out of that. Like,
oh
seriously.
my god, you see fucking
Keem and Andy.
Yo, the name of that is gonna be called Gnomes on Fire, and all their dicks on the cover will be
next time on Gnomes on Fire.
Andy has a special present for Keemstar, and it's his cum. Like, no, but it's it would be like
fuck your ass.
Their dicks are out, but like the tip is like a gnome head, you know.
His dick has a gnome hat
this
on
is
it.
What
Let's rub tips together.
Do cross the streams.
That's crazy. Do cross the streams.
Hey, if you guys are familiar with me, you know I've been doing podcasts on YouTube for like 5 to 10 years. So we just released the entire, what you've been listening to is a clip from Corrupted, the new podcast with me, Ken, and Justin Bailey. Every single week we do about 2 hours for the podcast, and we upload it to multiple different places. But one of the places is here on VidMe, and you can hear the entire episode if you guys just subscribe down below for $2.99 a month. $2.99 a month, and you'll get every weekly podcast of Corrupted, plus Transmission from Hell and everything else. So you have plenty of podcasts and things to listen to. Hope you guys enjoy the podcast, and hope you guys check it out, and hope you give us a try and subscribe down below. In the future, once ad revenue and things like that get figured out on YouTube and here on VidMe and wherever else, we may be putting the episodes up in a different way. But right now, it's exclusive to subscribers. So if you guys want to hear the full episode, the full 2 hours, please subscribe. Otherwise, just enjoy the clips that we continue to upload from the podcast.